Have you ever wondered what a normal bladder volume is? Well, you're not alone. Researchers have been trying to define normal since the 70s. You may think that it should be an easy thing to define, but asking how much should I pee is a little bit like asking how tall should I be. Bladder volume can vary quite significantly from person to person, which is unsurprising considering that we vary greatly in size. A short person shouldn't expect to have the same bladder volume as a tall person. The International Continence Society specifies that normal functioning bladders have a mean of 222 milliliters on first sensation, a mean of 325 on first desire, 453 on strong desire, and a mean maximum capacity of 552 milliliters. But before you start comparing your own bladder volume to these measures, it's worth noting they are based on studies with very small sample sizes. The first study had just 50 men and the second had 38 people, consisting of 20 prostates and 18 sets of ovaries. Another study that focused on volumes for women concluded that it is probably inappropriate to apply a single set of normative values to all women due to the significant variability from person to person. So if you've been trying to achieve a certain volume because you've heard somewhere what a normal volume is, you could be setting yourself up for failure. The bladder, or detrusor, is a small muscle which stretches as it's being filled. The bladder contracts in order to empty, and in order for that contraction to be strong, the smooth muscle fibers should have enough grip between the filaments to be able to contract. Another study found that the power with which the bladder can contract is optimal when the volume is between 150 and 250 milliliters. The study also found that with volumes over 400 to 500 milliliters, the bladder can become overstretched, reducing its ability to contract. It's important to know that if you're holding for too long between voids, this can reduce the ability of your bladder to contract. Once again, the size of the person can impact the size of the bladder. The size of the bladder will impact the amount that it can hold before losing its potential contraction power. So that begs the question, how often should you pee? And this is what we're going to discuss in the next video. So make sure to watch that if you want to find out more about urinary frequency. Or jump over to theflowerempowered.com where you can find lots of information on urinary function. You can also check out the links in the description for more resources to help you with pelvic floor dysfunction.